Shalom, everyone. I wanted to share a dream with all of you that I had actually yesterday morning. I was in a bit hurry. I had a busy day yesterday, so I wanted so much to share with you all on Facebook, but my time didn't allow me. It bothered me all day yesterday because I know there's a message in this dream, whether for me or for somebody. I have no idea. I really don't understand the dream. That's why I wanted to share it with you, and I decided instead of texting it, on the computer, it would take a long time. I just decided to make this video real quick. I had a dream that I was in my house, this house here, and in the back of the house there's I have a pool, and actually my neighbors in the back, both my neighbors, they both have, one of them has two big I believe they're ficus tree, or this fruit, mamon. It's like some sort of well, it's a fruit, small round fruit that symbolize lime. Well, I don't know the name of it in English, but anyway, they have two big trees that overlooked in my backyard. And then my neighbors to my right hand side, he has a mango tree, and also another kind of a tree that overflapped into my yard, and that always has been giving me a problem because the leaves fall on the floor, the fruits falls, the mango falls, and it's a constant cleaning and a constant picking up. Well, in the dream, I woke up and I'm looking out my window because from my room I can see my backyard, and I noticed that I have a beautiful view. For some reason, the trees were chopped down, and I was so excited. I said, wow, the trees are chopped down. So now, mind you, this is a two dream in one. As I'm leaving my bedroom, I leave my bedroom, and I'm going to my living room to go to the back door. I noticed that there were 3 nurses inside my house. Nurses, they had white uniform, and they came to me and they told me that they were from the agency. As I'm also a nurse, I work with agency. I work outside the hospital, and I was kind of baffled in the dream. I was saying, who are these nurses and what are they doing in my house? But at the same time, knowing me, I was very happy. I was greeting them, and one of the nurses were like, oh wow, walking, looking in the house. She started looking at my kids' room, and I showed her, well, let me show you, and I'll show her the kids' room. I went room by room to show her, and she was saying, oh, very nice, and I was okay. But within the dream, I knew something is not right. I was saying, why are they here, and who are they? Because I didn't know them. I knew they were nurses. I knew they came from the agency, but I didn't know them. They weren't friends of mine. They were invited to my house. I didn't know them. Nevertheless, one of the nurses came to me and told me, listen, they just gave me an award. She showed me, but I don't understand what the award is, and it's kind of like it's a plague, and it's made of it's a small plate, and it kind of looked like the tablet of stone where the 10 commandments are written on, but it's only one tablet. And she told me, what does it say? So I'm saying, I was looking at the tablet, and to my surprise, the tablet is, and I'm reading it. Now, as I'm reading what it says, I noticed that I'm reading in Hebrew, but not Hebrew letters. I'm reading in alphabetical letters, but what is coming out of my mouth, it's in Hebrew. And the other nurse says, I didn't know you read Hebrew. And I'm like, me neither. And I said, but this is not written in Hebrew because the alphabet are alphabetical, ABC, But as I'm reading it, I can read it as if I'm reading English, but what's coming out of my mouth is Hebrew words. I didn't understand what it meant. And I told her, and she says, this is not Spanish, because obviously the nurses that came, they were Spanish speakers. So I said, no, it's not Spanish, it's Hebrew. As I look on top, the plague is like this, like in the stone. as I look on top of it, there's an engravement, and it looked to me like it says the Moabic or the Moabic law, or the Mosaic law. And I was like, why would this be here? And I said, this is like, you know, the Torah. Well, that I gave her back the plague, and I said, well, I don't understand what it says. And then the dream kept on. I found myself leaving the nurses, and I went through my backyard and went into the back. Now, mind you, I saw myself with another girl. I don't know, I can't remember in the dream if it was one of the ladies, one of the nurses that was with me, but this person was with me. It was a lady. In the dream, it felt like it was a friend, but no one that I can remember that I know in real life. Anyway, as I walked outside to go to the back, I was rejoicing because I noticed all the trees in the back were cut off. They cut them, chop them off. And I was telling this woman, this friend, wow, I'm so happy now I can see the back. We're not going to have that mess anymore. And now, mind you, in reality, I wanted to pay to get it cut, but they asked for so much money that we couldn't do it. What we did was just cut off the part that branched over to our house. You know, chop it off to aid us in not having so much mess in the backyard. But what was weird in the dream is my neighbor to my left, you know, this is, I'm going to sit like this. This is the front of my house. So my neighbor to my left, they don't have a tree that overlap our house. But in the dream, I saw that there were two gentlemen cutting down a big tree that was there. And in the dream, I'm saying, where did that tree come from? But then I also noticed that on my side of the house, apparently the root of the tree was protruding to my side of the house, and they cut it off, but they didn't yank it off from the root. They just sliced it. And I was saying, oh, that's nice that they did that for me. But it was weird because I have no tree protruding on my side of the house from the left side of my house. It's all concrete. So there's not even no grass to per se that a tree would grow from there. So in the dream, I was like, why is there a trunk of a tree would look like it was cut off on that side of the house where I don't have any tree that needed to be cut? And I said, well, anyway, I'm glad they did it because, you know, I didn't know it was there. And I woke up from the dream. It bothered me because I don't know what it meant. I don't know who the ladies were. In reality, I don't know them. I was rejoicing because they cut the trees from the back, and it was when I was looking out my window, it was so clear. I was able to see everything. I was able to see the sky more clearer. You know, of course, you know, when you have something blocking your way, you take it out. Everything was beautiful. What I don't understand is the tree next door, them cutting it off. The whole dream is something I don't understand. But to my surprise, today, when I went to open my Facebook page, by the way, I left a message that that's my son Elijah, who just walking out the door. He's in my room. And what I was saying, I forgot. He just disturbed me. Oh yes. To my surprise, when I went to leave a message, because my friend Patty Avila, her husband is very, very ill in the hospital. That's why I'm in a rush to go. I canceled a couple of my patients to go meet with her. And as I opened my page, someone sent me a message. It was a strange person. I don't know. Well, oops. Sorry about that. I had to take it off. I'm sorry. I will leave the name of the person, but I do know that his YouTube name is Followers of Yah. He left me a personal message, and the message it state that that he doesn't believe that God has, Yahweh has a feminine aspect to him, and that is mysticism. And he left me a website page for me to go look at. I didn't go look at it yet. I didn't bother with it. I am familiar with them. I've watched a couple of their videos before I came to A Mighty Wind, because, well, no, actually no. After I came into A Mighty Wind, because of their name. It says Followers of Yah. I don't know what's their credential. But anyway, one of the things that I noticed, he left me 2 websites, and one of them state the Naobic law. I don't, I would have to look at it. And it caught my attention, the Naobic law, or the Naobic law. And it caught my attention. I said, whoa, this is kind of similar to what I saw in the dream and the plague. But since I'm in a hurry, I haven't really looked at it yet. I didn't look at it, as a matter of fact. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I had to share this dream with you. If anybody has any discernment, please let me know. I'm going into 11 minutes on a video. Imagine if I had to write this down. I am so sorry for a lengthy video. I really have to go. I hope somebody can understand this dream. I know trees represent, trees of, tree of life. I don't know why they were cut off. The plague, I don't know what I was reading in Hebrew, but I did see, to me, it looked like Naobic law. But then again, now that this, I have no idea if anybody, I don't know who the lady represents. They were nurses. They were wearing white. Excuse me. They were wearing white. I knew they came from an agency. I didn't know who they were. I don't know the reason why the man next door that has no tree in reality had a tree was being cut off from his house. There was one protruding from my side, and they even had that trimmed out. Anyway, have a blessed day. If in case I don't get on Facebook this week, I wish everyone a happy Rosh Hashanah, La Shana Tova. It's a happy new year, 5,775. A blessed new year, sweet new year for everyone. I love you all very much. I think I'm going to do this a little bit more with my teachings. I think I'm going to start putting my teachings on videos instead of writing down my fingers. My fingers are beginning to hurt from typing so much. It's much easier that way. Anyway, I love you all very much. Have a blessed day, and shalom.